All right, y'all, as you can see, I have the 16-foot gate on this side, 16-foot gate on that side, wide open, because I'm waiting for something to pull through there. So it should be arriving any moment now, and I'm gonna try my hardest to capture it on camera for you. Well, here's an angle of the house. Y'all don't see that often. See, we have the back porch, the table, that's where we keep all the pool stuff, and that storage container in there. Then we have this side porch, which we call Achilles' room. That's where he likes to go. And yeah. And here comes Tucker home from wherever he was at. Tucker gets adventurous, y'all. But as you can see, you see that vehicle down there? Oh yeah. Here it comes down the road, y'all. There it goes. This is a beautiful view of the property, this side yard here. Right, Tuck Tuck? So the gentleman's coming down the road there. And yeah, let me go meet him. And there it goes. That's the one we selected, y'all. I believe in our original video, this was option number 3, which already had windows. And we'll get into all that. But nice guy, we just spoke about the plan, so he's about to get it offloaded and we're going to drop it where we want it. This is pretty cool, y'all. He's controlling the shed coming off of the truck. So the truck extending, the shed dropping, all with that remote you see in his right hand. And then he's on that contraption, which is going to move the shed closer. Well, that's what he's going to use to drop it exactly where we want it. So it's all pretty cool stuff. Just about on the ground, y'all. Damn, it's on the ground. That's pretty cool. Now I'm assuming he's about to get on that, pick it up, and drop it exactly where we want it. All right, y'all, so we thought we would take some time to walk you through the plan for this coop and chicken run build. We want to be as detailed as possible, so we are going to talk about the actual plans, some of our thought process behind why we want to do things the way we want to do them. We're also going to do a cost breakdown. On our last live, we mentioned that we wanted to see the cost on the front end and see if we actually stick to that budget or if we end up going way over that. So we'll see. About to bring it through the gate, and he already has a good idea of where we want to drop it. He was talking about how Frankie was so curious. She was watching his every move. So y'all, we're thinking we're going to split everything up into parts simply to make it easier to watch or follow if you're only interested in certain parts of the build. Hopefully you're interested in them all, but if not, you'll be able to find a video that is meant just for what you're looking for. I told him where I wanted it, and he made like a 90-degree angle corner there. So he's just going to try to drop the back corner there, and in theory it should be exactly where we want it. Obviously he does this for a living every day, so I'm mind blown. You know, he's just like, it's just another Thursday. It's pretty cool though. So as you can see, he's not on it anymore. He took a step back and is controlling it with a controller, and it's moving it to where we said we wanted it. So, and please stay tuned, because after this portion where we go into details, this video does begin actual work on the coop. So let's start off with the coop itself. This is an 8x12 coop, and we think that's a great size, and it will allow for chicken math, right? We didn't want to get a coop that fit what we currently have. We wanted to get a coop that could potentially be more than enough space, that could fit the wildest dreams of my wife, Natalie, or our oldest daughter, Egypt Rose. We also chose this option, which in our original video was option number 3, because it already had windows. Not only will that be great for ventilation, and yes, we're going to add ventilation, but the cost of adding windows such as these ourselves didn't make the other 2 options worth it. So we feel like this was a great deal. I must also add that in the original video, we said that coupe number 3 or option 3 was going to be $3,500, but it actually came out to $3,200. So we definitely got more than 10% off. I think the math works out to something like 18%, which no one's complaining. So we got this amazing coupe for a similar price as the other 2 options. Now, as far as the coupe itself goes, of course, we're going to add roost. We're going to do an automatic feeder, which I'm going to design to hold at least 100 pounds of feed. You know it's going to be pretty, so we have to paint the outside, we have to paint the inside. We're going to put decor in there, which includes art, photos, and then some of the other things we're going to do in the coupe and or the run, I'm not going to share. Neither is Mama, because we want that element of surprise, but we think you're going to love everything that we do. Now let's look at the run. As you can see on the screen, I've, to the best of my ability, made a drawing of how this coupe and run is going to be built from a dimensions perspective. So the chicken run is going to be 32 by 24, which is 768 square feet. And we really like that because in addition to the coupe size, the best practice for chickens is you want them to have about 10 square feet per chicken. So that means in theory, with the run alone, we could have 77 chickens in here. No, I have zero plans of ever having that many chickens, but it's good to know that whatever amount we have, in theory, between the coupe and run, we have more than enough space. Now, the first 9 feet of the run will have a covered metal roof, and that's just going to be to ensure that the chickens have a space to get out of any weather that they don't want to be in. And it'll help us ensure that we have a dry area for items that we just don't want to get wet, if that makes any sense. We do live in Florida, a lot of rain, especially during summer and hurricane season, right? Now, the rest of the run, y'all, is going to be a flat roof with a shade cloth covering to provide a little bit of shade, but not too much. If you remember, we've built something like this before, not this large. Now, Graceland, our aviary that we built for our peacock, Elvis, and our peahen, Priscilla, is a 12 by 18 or a 12 by 24. Gotta go measure it again. But it has a flat roof with a covered section that keeps them dry, and then the rest of it is just shade cloth. I only mentioned that because A, that was a fun build, and we do have a video playlist for that. I believe it was a 4-part series. If you want to go check that out, it was a fun and cool build. But also, just in case anyone was thinking, with a roof like that, would it be susceptible to predators trying to come through the roof? Well, it hasn't happened, and we built that back in April 2023. Okay, now you could say it hasn't happened yet, but I would like to think that the roof is very secure. One thing I will do, if materials allow, is underneath the shade cloth, which is pretty durable and sturdy, by the way, but underneath the shade cloth, if materials allow, we will add hardware cloth so that it is durable, of course. Now, once again, when it comes to the decor of this run, we're not going to dive into that because we want there to be an element of surprise, especially for the final reveal. But I think y'all are going to love some of the things that we're going to add to the run itself in order to keep the chickens entertained, to ensure they have fun, and to ensure they have more than enough nourishment and things like that. One thing I will give away, though, because, I mean, this is a necessary thing, is their watering system will be an automatic water system that I'm going to utilize from the rainwater from that metal roof we're going to put up, right? So really looking forward to that part of the build. Now on the screen, you can see a very detailed cost analysis. This is money already spent as of today, okay? One of the reasons we really wanted to put this in a video is primarily because we want to be transparent. We've spoken about in many videos how we just want to be open, real, and transparent. And if you're watching this thinking about building something similar to this, then some of these cost breakdowns may be, you know, something that you're interested in. I know myself, as I've watched a lot of videos around chicken coops and chicken run builds, not many people go into the cost of it. And if you're like me, if you're trying to figure out what you're going to build on your property or how you're going to build it, and you're wondering about how much it cost, it just would have been great if people added that. But of course, some people consider that information private or personal, so I fully understand why they didn't put it in there. Another reason we wanted to add this information is because I think it's cool to look back on. For example, the few videos I did find where people shared just the overall cost, or maybe they would share like the cost of certain materials, it was interesting to see what things cost then versus now. So for example, if a video was from like 2019 or before, the cost of materials made my mouth drop because, as y'all know, 2023 with inflation and all of that, things are expensive. So we wanted to add this not only so we could reflect back on it, but let's say you're watching this video in 2025 or 2026 or 2027. Maybe you could look back and say, wow, prices have recovered, things have gone back down. Or, man, I can't believe Nico and Natalie were able to get that for that price. Today, it's X amount of dollars. So that's why we wanted to add this. Also, Mom gave a budget because she created the dream and I'm executing for the most part, like the construction aspect of things. So try my hardest to stick to a budget. I will add that the total cost you're seeing is just for materials, which is literally every single thing under the moon that you could think of that it's going to take to build out the inside of the coop and build out the chicken run. This does not include the cost of the shed itself. It also doesn't include a few other items that I believe we're going to have to buy. Throughout the series, if we end up buying those, then I'll add it on there. Now, it's been a long time coming, y'all. If you've been a follower of our channel, you know we've been talking about this for over a month. And enough talk, time to do. So let's go ahead and dive into the first part of this chicken coop and chicken run build, which for this video is going to be painting the coop to match everything else on our property. Enjoy.
And guys, Mom is getting started painting. See, I can't paint like that. I'ma just be splash, splash everywhere.
Are you coming in here? And we do have rollers, but I wanted to make sure I like the color. No, I'm just joking. We're gonna trim it out first and then come back with the rollers. Yeah, I like it though.
I was wondering, hey, maybe they should have the outside black this time and the inside white, because normally do the... Or no, it was the other way around. I was thinking the inside black and the outside white.
Hey, I want to paint it.
You want to paint?
Yeah.
Gonna paint later.
You're gonna paint the inside when we get the walls up.
Yeah.
So y'all, let me tell y'all a fun fact. Guess who's afraid of heights? Natalie. And guess who has to get up there? Natalie. So I did it for some portions. You can see, but I didn't think about the fact that when I said I would paint this, look at the distance from the ladder. And I'm 5'4". So technically I just have to go up to 2 steps below the black, but that's too high for me because I get really nervous. So let's see how this goes. I'm trying, but trying to overcome my fear of heights at 8 feet. And then Nana has baby Pharaoh. He's almost asleep. And look, SJ. So beautiful.
I want to paint now.
Look, y'all, he's out.
I want to go paint now.
Sleeping now.
I want to go paint now.
It didn't warm stuff out.
He's been fighting it for what, maybe 30 minutes now, Mom?
He just was at gnar in a tree.
Yeah. Oh, he's waking up. Let me be quiet. Oh, SJ, look at your masterpiece. That is beautiful. You did this by yourself? You did this? Look how beautiful. It looks great, Sahara. Keep it up. You're doing great. Well, y'all, Nana is helping me paint. And she insisted on using the brush.
Yeah, you gotta make it right.
Even though we do have a roller here. But I rolled this part. That's how you say it? Rolled. And then she's coming in and fixing in the cracks. And then I'm going to trim out another section. So we got a nice little system going here, huh, Mom?
Yeah, you gotta get it.
We gotta get it done.
Girls.
We gotta get it right for our ladies. So
Ladies need a palace.
they do need a palace. We're so excited for this to come together.
Might put us a tent out here.
Mom was like, we should do a bench or a tent or something and come hang out with them. That's not a bad idea. That'd be pretty fun.
I think the first video will probably be us explaining and the painting. Then the second video will be the rug. And then the third video will probably be a combination.
Mom, you're so funny.
Work in the coop and
You leave me the creases, eh?
yeah. So the third video will probably be the work in the coop.
You got the easy, fast job. You leave the detailing. All right.
To Nana.
And then the fourth and final video.
I think that deserves ice cream for me and SJ.
And a root beer float for me.
What think about it?
Y'all, Nana said I'll leave the creases for her. So she deserves some ice cream. We just were talking about a root beer float tonight. Sahara said that she deserves ice cream too. Well, let's finish this up so we can go get some ice cream.
All right, guys, here you have Natalie doing more trimming. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, you missed a spot.
I missed a couple.
I like to antagonize her. Coming out quite cute.
I know, I think it was good.
Family and team effort.
Yes. For the ladies.
When you visit, you're part of the family, so you join in. Oh, look, Brown himself.
Are we doing a good job? He's coming to inspect. Oh,
it's
gosh.
supposed to be white.
Oh,
Black trim.
my bad. Sorry. I prefer the black. Had to go with the queen on this one. Your queen said black with white trim.
Y'all had one job.
Come on, bro. Come on. Brown. Come on. And I think the girls are enjoying their time in the main yard.
I'm adding paint on my hand so I can stick the hand.
I love your creative vision. It's so great.
Can I put this in my room?
Yeah, I'll do it to where I can put it in the frame for you. Okay? You're doing great.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love.
Well, y'all, officially done with painting, and it looks really good. I got the kids settled with Nana, and then went back out to finish it and use my phone as a headlight, but it's done. So can't wait to show you. I couldn't get a good video tonight because it's so dark, but I'm doing a 6-day stretch, so I had to get it finished today, and now I just have like some fine-tuning to do, but I need some of my smaller brushes from inside the house, so I can do that this week whenever I get off a little bit earlier. But it's painted.